Brendan, there's a lot of Oscar buzz surrounding the film.
This one was obviously longer.
Who's that? And just been tracking her since then, and just humanity up there, and there's a lot of truth, but there is a lot of humor and there is a lot of clever writing.
Does that mean you haven't seen Bedazzled yet?
No, I haven't seen that, no.
After this, do you have homework?
Okay, all right.
And that shift that we all saw him experience, so inspiring, and then it just made everything feel like, okay, we're in it, like this is real.
Line after line, was that a challenge? Was it a heavy process?
Different from what he did on set, and I cannot explain it. It was just a change in the light in his eyes.
Into a character in this way, and with this kind of support and help. So yeah, I think it's definitely the opposite.
That's interesting.
Experienced on my TV show, at least that I've worked on.
Okay, Sadie, I'm gonna ask you our burning questions.
Scream at this point.
It's high-pitched.
It really is.
Yeah. You've been a vegan for years. Just a recent discovery? Favorite scene?
I really loved that gift because we also hadn't seen anything, any footage or anything from the season. So seeing a little still had a good feeling, and honestly, I didn't really care what the outcome was. I just had a really phone in the room. It was in my bag and it was in my room and I forgot to turn it on silent. And I had a group chat that was just blowing up the room and incredibly unprofessional. Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Thank you so much. I mean, that's always what I envisioned myself doing. Stage and musical theater that I loved, and the film and TV part of it came along, or movies here and there. And then that's kind of when I ventured into that side. The thing that shocked me the most when working on a film set or a TV set and not be happy with it, not feel it, to be able to not feel this pressure just in a bit, you can't be the Broadway kid, 3 weeks of rehearsal and the set and everything. Is she just not affected by his death at all? Minutes of this episode. So it really was the perfect fit with an epic assist from Kit. And 3, it's she chose that for herself and she chose to kind of persevere. So yeah, it's a mix of everything, but really good question.
Millie Bobby Brown here.
And it's Noah Schnapp.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Sadie.
It's just 2 people.
Sadie, do you trust her?
Absolutely. We're crushing it. Both of us.
One seems fair.
I knew we
Yeah,
were going to do pretty well. Great.
I feel connected enough for it to be private.
That's true. Thank you for testing our friendship.
Oh, Sadie Sink is here.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
So you've been directed by quite a
4th season. So certain parts of it, you kind of feel they shoot, and I don't think I'd ever done a project that was so there was no script. You could kind of just do whatever you wanted. So it was a 4-day acting workshop or something. Be expecting a phone call. I was it'll just be a little bit part and a big ensemble. I think it was my brother who was oh, you know what? What if she's making an All Too Well music video and you're the girl in it? I was Mitchell, shut up. It's not happening. There's no way. It's footage of it's in his own. She knows what she wants, and she's really quick too.
I've met over the last few years.
So much more than that. She's kind of twisted, but also wicked smart, and I think capable of good things, but that's kind of the big question at the end of it. Tell him, because I'm very defensive of her, but she is very, very trying.
Is that more nerve-wracking than?
I know the character, and they are huge fans of the show at this point. This was the first time I've really done something of this scale that's entirely separate from Stranger Things, involved with what's going on in this season, because they're super fans, and luckily they have someone who can give them a few hints as right. I know so much about it. Anxiously awaiting answers to that exchange. That was really sweet. I think we got to see something. Which time? Accent, because my eyes were supposed to be clouded, and I think my line was I can't see anything, and I genuinely I couldn't see anything. So I almost fell victim around.
Okay, good.
Immediately after just kind of doing rehearsals and stuff, it was very focused, very intense, and especially coming from a fun TV show, it was really great. I still haven't gotten to Bedazzled. I did watch School Ties, wonderful, and then I watched George of the Jungle too, because I hadn't seen it. Yeah. to just get other opportunities to work on other projects. Like Darren saw me on Stranger Things, and that's how like a teenager or someone younger, and when I can kind of step out of that.
I'm an adult.
Yeah, I mean, you all, I still feel like a kid, but like you always kind of, you want to play roles that just also kind of resonate with where you are in your own life. I won't be a teenager forever. So yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to playing a little bit. Pushed it down, yeah, but I don't know, something. But right now it's just my little hidden talent, my little secret. No, that's so intimidating. No. I'm very nervous with singing, so I don't like to sing a lot. 5 steps ahead of everyone else in any kind of interaction. She's never really present. She's so much smarter than you. She's so much quicker than you. 5 of us in total. 3 older brothers, little sister. It could have been so easy when taking it from a play to the screen to just add scenes and expand the world and go beyond the apartment, but we kept it. But yeah, it's definitely a huge compliment, I guess, and I'm very unfamiliar with this side of the industry, so I'm kind of just rolling with the punches, and that's number one. That's kind of I first saw that, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to be a Von Trapp kid or whatever. And then since then, as I've grown up and kind of like Zoom with Darren Aronofsky, the director, and then Brendan Fraser, who played my dad in it. And it was like the final scene of the movie, if anyone's seen it. It's like a phone issue right now, because like my phone broke and I don't back it up and I don't really know what the cloud is or anything. So I lost all my contacts. So people are sending really sweet messages, but I just don't know who they are. And sometimes I can use like context clues and piece things together.
All right, this one is for you. Here we go.
The Hawkins crew this year.
Because we did a couple.
We shot in this place
called Georgia for a couple of bits. So.
The stuff at the end of 4 that was fun but challenging. I think the really intense stuff comes a little later. Which we have.
How many demo dogs? No specification. 100. Well, if there's 100, well then I'll fight
honestly,
a Demogorgon.
Wait. What is the difference?
Demo dog.
Pickles.
Just toaster waffles, man, over ice cream?
Yeah.
Whatever. If you put ice cream, we're listening.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, I'm Sadie Sink, and I am here with LUK to play Ask Me Anything. But it's hard when you are a part of it because you kind of lose that element of surprise. Being a loyal friend, I feel like I try to be as loyal as I can, and I think Max has an amazing quality in her where she's, would do anything for her friends. I like to see a little bit of myself in her when it comes to that, which is also another thing I learned, that it's very important to have, to surround yourself with good people who've got your back. I think we used to have one at some point, but it's kind of died out over the years. Each other every day for 8 months. Brother really inspires me. He's kind of who I grew up with doing musical theater, so he inspires me every day. Just such a hard worker, and I really admire that in her. Now I can just play a doctor or play a lawyer. We'll see. Thank you for watching Ask Me Anything with Elle. I hope you enjoyed. She's very different than me, so it's fun to kind of step out of my own shoes and be a little mean sometimes. Some questions, and another 5 for costume, 20 minutes in total. But then sometimes it's also Kayla. I like that it doesn't take too much time in the hair and makeup trailer sometimes. Yeah, and that's all of the questions. And we're done. That was easy peasy.
Hi, I'm Darren Aronofsky.
Hi, I'm Sadie Sink.
And this is Notes on a Scene. Notes on the Scene.
She knows a secret about him. She's honest.
So it was like
one of my favorite Ellie scenes with her peer. Expresses to her that he's had an issue. Maybe shedding a little bit of a layer, and then also with the clothes, of course.
Or to the warmth.
This sort of kind of coping mechanism drugs him. Why did she do that? Oh, it's because he was complimenting her, telling her how amazing she was. Such a great guy. He's so...
And the film delivers, I think,